What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Corey C with Skateboards, and as promised, we're going to do a rundown of how we built that last rail. And if you like content like this, like, subscribe for more. Thanks. All right, so this is basically it. We have 13 by 4 plates. We've got 3 of them, one for each end and the middle. We're going to have this, the welds onto here. Then we have that fit in there so we can adjust it. Now we've already found most of this, but we do still have one more to do. Wrap up. We couldn't quite get it yesterday, so we'll show you how that's done, and then we'll start welding everything together. Alright, so now the goal here is we have this kind of partially started groove that needs to look like that, so that we got a nice good connection there that we can weld to. And yeah, the only way to do that is to grind it out. Considering what it's used for, I think this is good enough. So there it is. 1, 2, and 3. Now what we're going to do with that, we'll weld one there, and then on each end, and then we'll take these guys, weld this on that. We'll have to put a hole right here where we will weld that nut on. Then we got a way to lock it in once we have the adjustability range. And yeah, probably about an hour from now we'll be ready to ride it. So we're going to throw this on here like so. Now we don't want to have this nut sticking out any way that someone can get caught on it, so we're just going to eyeball our center. And we're going to put it low so that we have the maximum amount of travel space. No idea where I stuck my tape measure. It's very common for me, so we're just going to go ahead and use this measuring apparatus that came free from Home Depot.
Isn't that a paint stick?
Yeah. And I think we're just going to go ahead and do it 1 inch up. That to hold it, set it in there. All we gotta do is tack, 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 and then we should be relatively okay. So yeah, we'll just do that 3 more times. Okay, so a lot of people have asked me about the welders. I think everyone thinks welders are a lot more expensive than they are. I'm not saying you could get this necessarily for like 60 bucks, but I found it on Craigslist for that. You can see them every day. This is just the bottom model. It plugs into 110 volt and can run it that pretty well, no problems. The way these control is you just have your wire inside the unit. Right there. Push the button, it comes out. It has 2 adjustments, so it's super simple. All you have is, on one of these, it's your B, C, and D current, which is literally low, medium, and high, and then your wire speed, how fast it comes out of the tip here. That's literally it. So usually something like this, I'll turn it all the way up. If you feel this hitting the metal at all, pushing your hand back, then just bump the speed down and you'll be good to go. So yeah, you just put one end of your lead on the surface where you are welding, So pretty much all metals are going to have a thin little layer of, well, if it's like this, it'll be mill scale or a coating on it that keeps it kind of a little more weather resistant. So when you're welding, it's always better to just go ahead and knock that off. Alright, so we just put a little tackle on it. Make sure we like the angle, which I don't. So you can just kind of, as long as you only put one tack weld on it, you can usually bend it to give it the look you want. And you know what? That's close enough. So once you get your fit up the way you like it, you want to go around it and tack it on because once you start heating up the metal, it'll start to pull one way or another and warp it. So you want to offset it so it holds it in place better. At this stage, you want to make sure that your bolt goes where you want it to. Which it does. You can see it already did kind of warp and pull a little bit, but for this, it's not a big deal. I'm not going to stress it. It'll still be plenty fine. We're just going to go ahead and clean all these up. I'd probably use a wire brush if I had one because this is unnecessary, but if you are using a wire wheel, don't run it over your knuckle, it hurts apparently. I just ran it over my knuckle.
You okay?
Okay, got gloves this time. This is what it looks like with mill scale. Dark, dingy, and gray. Knock it off. Shiny. Alright, so that stage is done. The craftsman in me is very, very, very disappointed at the look at those welds. The skater in me is going to be really excited. Like a close up on this with the